everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new Netflix original movie just dropped. It's called School for Good and Evil, and it is starring Charlize Theron, Kerry Washington, and this movie it is directed by Paul Feig. So I had no idea this movie was actually directed by Paul Feig, whose movie I really liked. His last movie, A Simple Favor. That movie was so good. Paul Feig, he's a good director, honestly, but I couldn't believe it. He directed this movie. End of this movie, I was really disappointed. Although this movie, of course, if you have seen this movie, you know this movie tries so hard to copy Harry Potter. You're like, whoa. Although this movie does fail miserably because this movie is the first act, and overall this movie, it's not very good, is it? No, it's not. Unfortunately, this movie, it is, like, I will say the first act is really boring and so dragged. You're like, whoa, what is point of it? Like, is it going anywhere? And this movie unnecessarily, I felt like it was really long, 2 hours something. And you do feel the pacing, it's so boring. And however, I thought this movie is, especially middle and last act, get interesting, but not interesting enough to save the whole movie, I would say, because it does take really long time to get going. That is why this movie, although I guess Netflix, I guess they're hoping to make a franchise out of this, because like Harry Potter is not on Netflix anymore, and they're thinking all this huge audience out there, we should get them. So that is why they're trying to make movie like Harry Potter. But unfortunately, this ain't as good written, or the characters are not that interesting that you don't actually like any of them. I guess although this movie tried to make it like them, but unfortunately both of this girl, like center of this movie, both of this girl who's like, they are not bad, not evil, and not good, not evil, all this like this thing didn't work, honestly, as I was saying, because I know this movie was trying to build their character, like this movie trying so hard to build a franchise that you actually don't like any of this character. As I was saying, some of this scene, the CGI do look really good. Overall, this movie's dialogue and acting is really bad, especially Kerry Washington. How she gave this a performance? She's such a good actress. Who doesn't like Kerry Washington? If you have seen Scandal, she's amazing. In this movie, she was her dialogue, and the way she said all her dialogue, it was really like cringe. I was like, whoa, what you were doing? You are Kerry Washington. Why you are talking like that? And Charlize Theron, of course, she blend into this type of movie she has done before, so it's no big deal for Charlize Theron. But I really wanted better from Kerry Washington, but she wasn't good. But there is so many other actors here, especially leading girls. They're not bad, but the way they wrote their character, they're not very likable, unfortunately. Overall, this movie, I still feel like overall audience will feel like this movie, I'm not saying it's total garbage, it's not good by any mean I'm saying here either, but I feel like this movie, what is it will bother most people is the run time. It's really really long. Some of the scene is really drag, and yeah, it will not work. I know Netflix is hoping this will be huge hit, but I don't think so. Although I do think they did spend a lot of money for this movie. Unfortunately, this movie is not going to be hit. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.